Good morning, everyone. Myself Sathwik from AIE-A batch, roll number 24051. Today, I'm going to talk about Drupada, the king of Panchala, character from Mahabharata. So, through his story, we can understand how pride, emotions, and destiny together shaped a king's life and also influenced the major events of the epic. Introduction. Drupada is one of the kings in Mahabharata whose personal emotions strongly influenced by his actions. Unlike many heroes, he is not remembered mainly for his physical power but for the decisions he made throughout his life. His journey clearly shows how pride and wounded honor can shape a person's destiny. One of the most important relationships in his life was with Dronacharya. What started as a friendship between them, which was slowly turned into rivalry when respect was replaced by ego. This rivalry did not remain as a private issue, it developed into a political conflict that affected the kingdoms and warriors. Drupada's desire to regain his lost honor had led him to take actions that changed the direction of the Mahabharata. His importance is also seen through his children Draupadi and Drishtadyumna. Their birth was purposeful and deeply connected with destiny. Through Drupada, the epic teaches that true power lies in choices and consequences, not only in just physical strength. Drupada's role in Mahabharata. Drupada plays a significant role in Mahabharata as a political figure. Many major events in the epic are influenced by his actions and decisions. His broken friendship with Dronacharya becomes one of the earliest causes for this long term conflict. By standing against Drona, Drupada indirectly influences the training and loyalties of future warriors. His defeat at the hands of Drona becomes a turning point in his life. It transforms his pride into determination. This leads him to seek justice and revenge, which results in birth of the Draupadi and Drishtadyumna. Later, through Draupadi's marriage, Drupada forms a powerful alliance with the Pandavas as the king of Panchala. He supports them politically and through military forces also. Even without fighting in the war, his role strongly influences the Kurukshetra conflict. Conflict with Dronacharya. The conflict between Drupada and Dronacharya begins in the early student life itself. Although they studied together, their lives later moved into a very different directions. Like Drupada became a powerful king while Drona lived a simple life. When Drona approached him for help, Drupada allowed pride to take control and insulted him. So this moment destroyed their friendship and created a deep hatred among themselves. Drona later took revenge by defeating Drupada with the help of his trained warriors. Drupada was captured and forced to give up half of his kingdom. Even after being released, the humiliation remained with him. So this conflict became one of the most important turning points in Mahabharata. Birth of Draupadi and Drishtadyumna. After the defeat, Drupada felt deeply humiliated and angry. He believed that justice had to be restored. So, to achieve this, he performed a sacred fire ritual, or it is called as yagna. From this fire was born Drishtadyumna, who was destined to defeat Dronacharya. From the same fire, Draupadi was also born. She was not an ordinary woman actually, but a figure of strength and destiny. Later, Draupadi became the wife of Pandavas and played a major role in the epic too. Through his children, Drupada's long-term purpose was fulfilled and his legacy continued. Ethical and emotional significance. So, this Drupada's character highlights human weakness, especially pride and wounded honor. His story shows how emotions like anger can influence moral judgment. He believed that revenge would restore his dignity and self respect. At the same time, he is shown as a deeply caring father, as Drupada strongly supported Draupadi and stood for her dignity and justice. Many of his important decisions were shaped by his emotional pain rather than his calm reasoning. Through Drupada, the Mahabharata explains that dharma is complex and right and wrong are not always simple or absolute. Strategic and political importance. As a ruler, Drupada was politically aware and experienced. He understood that alliances are essential during times of conflict. By arranging Draupadi's marriage, he formed a strong bond with the Pandavas. Panchala became a major source of political and military support for them. Drupada contributed shoulders, resources, and guidance. His kingdom helped strengthen the Pandava side against the Kauravas. Through his strategic decisions, he helped balance power in the later conflict also. His influence was felt throughout the Kurukshetra war. What modern society can learn from Drupada was how Drupada's life offers valuable lessons, uh, warns us about the dangers of pride and ego, and also how personal conflict should not control important decisions, and forgiveness can prevent long lasting hatred and destruction, and what leaders must learn to balance emotions with responsibility, and how are the decisions taken by the leaders which may affect many lives, not just their own, and how parents also shape the future through the values they pass on, how true leadership requires humility, cooperation, and self control. Conclusion. To conclude, Drupada is a complex and meaningful character in Mahabharata. His life reflects pride, emotional struggle, learning, and consequences. Although he was not known as a great warrior, but his decisions changed history. Through Draupadi and Drishtadyumna, his influence continued beyond his lifetime also. His alliances supported the cause of justice, and Drupada represents the human side of leadership with both strengths and flaws. His story reminds us that emotionally driven actions leave lasting impact. Even characters who are not at the center of the battle can shape the epic events. This concludes my presentation. Thank you.